Hello, today we are going to put to the test the new viral hack with the Peter Thomas Roth Instant Eye Fix. I've never tried this before, I haven't perfected it, and we're going to see in action if this hack really works. We're going to add this on top of your concealer. That's the hack. I did this type of video for you about 3 years ago. You guys said, it kind of worked. I'll link that video down below. Go check it out, but there is a new hack in town. What you do is you combine the Peter Thomas Roth with your favorite concealer. Now, I have a couple favorite concealers right now. It's the Bye Bye Dark Spots and the Hourglass. I'm gonna do one on one side and one on the other to make sure it's not the consistency of the concealer. This is a very thin serum concealer, and this is a thicker, more full coverage concealer. Then we're going to add this on top. That's the hack. You add the Peter Thomas Roth Eye Instant Treatment on top of your concealer. Kind of mind-blowing. We're going to see if it works. My eyes are looking terrible this week. Usually my under eye area, I've had some treatments done. I'll link that video up above. And you guys always say, your under eye areas don't need fixing. This week, it's a different story. I've been getting minimal sleep. I have a sleep tracker and it's saying that I'm getting like 5 hours a night, and it's really showing. I've also had migraines every day this week. So this is a great day to check this hack. We're going to see how it goes. I'm going to do it live with you here. I've never tried this before. I haven't perfected it, and we're going to see in action if this hack really works. The first thing you do is apply your concealer. I've already done all my skincare, so I'm going to apply the Bye Bye Dark Spots on this spot, and you're supposed to blend it out. And you guys were right to point out during my last video that I may have cross-contaminated my brushes. So I will be cleaning my brushes in between applications so I don't cross-contaminate. Or I may just grab another brush, actually. I love this brush. It's the Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush. I love this brush, but I'm not going to contaminate my brushes or appear that I have. I think I did actually clean it off in between, but I want to be really clear with you guys. And this side is going to be the Hourglass. Okay. So now this one's a little bit lighter in color, but I do love it. Check out my mirror here that I'm doing a good job blending. And then at the very end, I'll do my minimalist makeup, my 5-minute minimalist makeup that I do pretty much every day. All right. And the key is you have to let your concealer dry down. All right, so we're going to give this a couple seconds and let this dry down. So remember, this is the Bye Bye Dark Spots, and this is the more full coverage Hourglass. I wouldn't say it's full coverage, but it's a bit more coverage than the very serum texture of the Bye Bye Dark Spots. Both concealers are dried down, and this is my everyday concealer look. I might spend a little bit more time doing some color correction and doing some concealer over the lid if I was having a makeup day, but typically I'm a minimalist makeup girl. I don't wear much makeup. A dab of concealer in the morning just to get rid of the redness, or if I'm having allergies, is all I do. So I'm showing you this hack as if I was doing my regular everyday minimalist makeup look. All right, now it's time to apply the Peter Thomas Roth concealer. Now this is a finicky product. I'm telling you, that's why I don't use it very often. You need this much, and there is a trick to the application. You have to dab. You can't smear, you can't swipe, you have to dab, and you have to hold your eyes still. Don't make any expression while it's drying down. So I'm going to start with the Hourglass concealer side and just dab. And I'm hoping to get rid of this bag right under my eye. We're going to see if this works. So you dab, 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 dab. And come down a little bit lower so it's seamless. And then you're supposed to dab, dab, dab with the dry finger. So I'm going to use a different finger to dab this off. When I go to do the other side, I'm going to go over and wash my fingers so I don't cross-contaminate. So that is the trick with this. It's really not an easy product to use. It takes a little bit of time and effort to learn about this product. I think that's one reason people don't have good luck with it when they first try it out. They think it's like a concealer and they put it on really heavily. So let's let this side dry down and see what we think. As I'm letting this dry down, I'm seeing a little chalky residue. So I'm going to remove that with the concealer brush that I used on this side. And I have wiped this off so it doesn't have any concealer on it. And it's been about a minute. We're going to let it sit a little bit longer. If you want to dry this down faster, you can use a little handheld fan. I don't actually have one, but that speeds this process up tremendously. Okay, this feels completely dried down. I do have a little bit of flaking under here, and I'm going to take this brush and flake it away, hopefully, without messing this up. That is the issue with this product, is it does have a tendency to flake. All right, I'm going to have to use, like I'm trying to figure out what I should use. Maybe a smaller brush. I don't want to mess up the effect. All right, I think I've got that little flaky bit taken care of. I'm just going to pat this down. Now we're going to put the Peter Thomas Roth over the Bye Bye Dark Spots concealer because this one is a little bit more emollient and a little bit creamier, and I'm just curious if it depends on the type of concealer that you use, whether this hack works. I've washed my hands. I'm now going to use a very, very small amount of this. It's just a really tiny, tiny amount. I kind of like to spread it out on my finger first because you don't want this to clump, and you dab, dab, dab. Now, as you can see, I'm not doing my crow's feet today. I find this product very challenging to use in the crow's feet because I crease, obviously. I smile all day long and I have a lot of creasing in my crow's feet, and I don't find it works that well to smooth out the crow's feet area. All right, I'm dab, dab, dabbing. Very, very thin layer. Looks pretty good. Now I'm coming in with a dry finger and dab, dab, dabbing. And that's a good tip for this product, to come in with a dry finger to make sure you set it and reduce the flaking that can happen with this product. All right, we're gonna let this dry down. All right, both sides are completely dried down. So what do we think? Is this hype or is it a great new hack for this product? While you decide, I'm going to quickly put on my 5-minute makeup and we're going to discuss. I was going to come in with Summer Friday's skin tint, but this is a very emollient complexion product, and I'm worried that it's going to break up the seal that the Peter Thomas Roth made in my under eye area and cause it to basically break up and not hold the firmness that it's created. So I'm going to use Hourglass, the skin tint foundation from Hourglass, because it's a little bit more matte satin finish. I wouldn't say it's matte, but it's much less emollient than the Summer Fridays. So this came in number 2 and this came in number 1 on my recent skin tint review, but I think this is going to pair better with the Peter Thomas Roth. And I'm kind of a combination of number 2 and number 3. So I do blend the two and then use a brush to blend it out. And then I stipple it in. Especially over the Peter Thomas Roth, you're not going to want to apply with your fingers. I highly recommend you use a brush to stipple in or a beauty blender. Let's go very gently. A little bit over my lid. And then very gently over the Peter Thomas Roth concealer combo. And again on the other side. Now I am using the same brush, but I don't feel I'm cross-contaminating. because this is completely dried down. Okay, again, very gently. Just a quick everyday minimalist complexion product. Then I've been using the Merit. This is in Cheeky. Love this blush. And I've been just dabbing it on really quickly for just a little color and blending it out. And very carefully, once again, in the under eye area. A quick two-step shadow look with my Tarte. Just going to apply with my fingers. A little brightener to lift my upper brow area. And probably just a little flower child in the middle to give my recessed mobile lid a bit of a pop. Blend that all out. Set in some brows. My brows need some serious attention. And last but not least, a bit of a lippy. Today I'm using one of the Roth new Effortless Lips. One layer is just kind of a bit of a gloss. 2 layers gives you a little bit more definition. And here's the final look. What do you think? I'm going to show you the before. I'm going to show you the after. I'm pretty impressed. So here are the before and afters. As you can see, the eye bags on both sides are gone. I honestly don't think it matters which concealer you use underneath. And in the next slide, I'm showing you the exact same pictures in black and white because that accounts for the makeup I put on. I took all saturation out of the pictures so that you can kind of see the difference in the under eye bags before and after without the confounding factor of having makeup on. I also want to show you guys how this looks in natural lighting because studio lighting and indoor lighting can really fool you. I always recommend you check your makeup in natural lighting because that's the way most people are going to see you throughout the day. So let's go outside. It's super bright. Hopefully I can keep my eyes open. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is how it looks in natural lighting. I'm going to have to go away from the sun here for a second. And in a bit of shaded lighting. Maybe I can... There you go. So this is how it's looking. What do you think? Is it too dry and flaky? I think it looks pretty darn good. Woo, right. All right, so top tip is to definitely always check your makeup in natural lighting to make sure it looks as good as it did when you left the bathroom as it does when you're out and about. I'll come back in about 6 hours to see if we see any flaking or any buildup, white residue, because that's one of the biggest complaints about this product. I'm back from my check-in and I'm going to zoom you guys in really close. Now, as you can see on both sides, there is some mascara fallout, which is to be expected by the end of the day. I really enjoy the Hourglass mascara, but I really haven't found any mascara that doesn't have a touch of fallout. But this one's pretty good. It's a nice tubing mascara. All right, so let's zoom in here and take a look at what's going on. On both sides, I see there's some discoloration or darkening where I've used the FIRMx. So it's kind of made the concealer, I don't know, oxidize or look a little bit darker. Surprisingly, on the Bye Bye Dark Spot side, it's broken up. The color has broken up a lot more. You'll see it's a bit more patchy and maybe a little bit more dry looking than the Hourglass side. The Hourglass side to me looks a little smoother, a little better than the Bye Bye Dark Spot side, but both sides look pretty good. I'm not sure this would be an everyday look for me. I'd rather just go with my concealer. I am a little concerned that both sides did kind of either oxidize or darken up, which isn't a really flattering look, but it is the end of the day and I'm getting ready to wash off my makeup. So what do you guys think about my results? Is using the FIRMx eye treatment after a concealer better than using the FIRMx eye treatment alone? If you've tried either one of these techniques, definitely leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you think. Also, if you haven't joined the Beyond 50 Skin community, subscribe, like, and click that notification bell. I'd love to have you as part of our family. We love to talk everything skincare, hair care, and a little bit of makeup. Thanks very much for watching and wishing you guys a skintastic day.